You won't listen to it.
Yeah, but it's still nice to do.
Not in hostile.
That would be.
Can you make McGregor only virtual the rest of the year? Please.
You don't know how much I want to say yes.
That's so nice. Sounds great.
All right. So again, in the short run, I said that just before, wage and resource prices will not. And then if this will click, I think the long run, the wage and resource prices will increase. We'll try to reinforce that as we go through today. Okay. Now, in the short run, remember, wages and resources are sticky. So if a firm currently makes 100 units at $1 each, and the only cost is $80 of labor, Ben, how much profit does that firm make? $20. Okay. Now, Ben, if price levels double, now wages are sticky, so what are the wages going to be?
The wages are still going to remain at 8.
At 80, what's the profit? So in the short run, for a lot of companies, inflation is good, right? Because they're charging more, but their costs are the same, especially again, contractual like labor, like me. Tuition's going up again next year to it.
Is that right?
I heard it's either 19.1 or 19.6.
What's it this year?
So I think it was 18.3 this year.
It was like 17.
It didn't go up that much because like you had a COVID year, right? And I think we froze tuition in the COVID year, I think, but I'm not sure. All right, now, what's going to happen in the long run, Schnagel? First of all, Schnags, my apology. Here is your supply curve, upward sloping, short run aggregate supply curve. All right, so you're going to have a short run up. And again, this is because the resource prices are sticky, and we will get into the stickiness of them in a second. All right, but back to Schnags. All right, Schnags. Total revenue is $180. Profit is 20. Okay, good job. Now, in the long run, though, after these contracts expire, what do you think is going to happen if prices double? What's going to happen to wages?
Wages are also have to go up.
Yeah. So, Schnags, look what happens here. How much are we making? And are we really making any more money? No, right? Our purchasing power is the same. So there's really no incentive to supply more because you're not making more. Where in the short run, if you're kind of making twice as much as you used to, there is incentive to supply more. So in the long run, if you're not going to supply more, the long run supply curve is going to look like that. Now, here is the LARS curve. Smart man, DeWitt's going to say that also is potential output. Woo! That is also full employment. Holy cow. Yeah. The output we should make when we're fully employed. Ben.
Long run always gonna be straight like that.
Yes. Okay. So there is your full employment. Donnie, at full employment, and we had zero unemployment.
Yeah.
No. Jack. We have what? No cyclical, right? We have structural and frictional unemployment. All right. We examine the supply curve. Now let's see what shifts the supply curve. Oh, I'm gonna be rapping you, Mr. Lockday. This is an easy one. All right, change in resource price. This is, and by the way, Ben, this is what you were talking about earlier. Okay. So, increase in the price of Russian oil. What's going to happen, Brendan?
It'll shift to the left.
It's going to shift supply to the left, because what Ben said earlier is true. If the price of oil goes up, then shipping things become more expensive. Supply shifts left. Decrease in wages, down. Okay? Down. If wages decrease, is the company going to make more or less money? I didn't hear. More. If they make more, they're going to want to supply more or less. More. So supply is going to shift. Did you say right? Okay. Good job there, Tom. Yes. Okay. Yes. Right? All right. Negative supply shock. Which way do you think a negative supply shock? It's going to shift supply left, positive, it's going to shift different. All right.
Yeah, what is my pleasure?
A negative supply shock would be our oil refineries get knocked out. It's something that really, an event that hurts resources usually. Hurricane.
What would be a possible war?
A positive would be we drilled and all of a sudden a ton of oil came up in your backyard. That'd be positive for you, man.
Yeah, I have some oil and I'd probably get killed.
Right, yeah.
All right. Now, all right, guys, this is a tricky one, not one that I even like to teach, because I think if people expect higher prices in the future, hold it. If they expect higher prices in the future, a lot of times wages are going to go up because they're going to try to negotiate for higher wages. So supply would shift left. Not one of my favorites. Okay. Yeah. Guys. Yeah. All right. The second one. Hold it. Didn't we have government for shifting of demand? Ah, that was government spending. This is actions of government, which are usually two things, either taxing, right, taxing on producers, which would shift supply left, lowering corporate taxes, which shift supply right, or subsidies. If you lower subsidies, which way supply going to shift? Left, okay? And then the third thing here could be government regulations. So if you put more regulations on business and it costs more money to meet the regulations, supply is going to shift left. All right. This is one that confuses people because you get confused with government spending and actions of government. Just really think taxes and subsidies are here. And then the third is change in productivity. Technology is usually a leader. What are you going to use?
RPG.
Why? Okay.
RPG.
Okay. I'll be rapping you. You could be RPGing me. Resources, actions of government, productivity. I like rapping people. All right. So I think you can correct me if you're wrong. I think the shifters are easier than in my book. I mean, because one is consumption, investment, government spending, net export, you know that. And Alex is just like laughing back there. And then everyone knows I want to wrap the wit, so like, we'll remember that one too. All right. Here's something. Do not confuse wages and income. They're not the same. Wages could go up and income could go down. Why? Because if wages go up, I might be paying everyone all of you work for me. You're making $12 an hour. Now I raised $20 an hour, but I fired everyone except Tyler. So wages went up and income went down. Wages shift supply, income shifts demand. Okay, wages is a supply shifter, income is a demand shifter. Wage is a resource, income is about consumption. I'm going to do a better job than last year, Billy, because we screwed that up all last year. You're not going to screw it up. Schnagel, he's got it. Schnagel even figured out consumer price index, so he's in good shape. Oh, yesterday in one of the classes, all these kids were talking about how they cheated, and I had the recording on. It was really good. So like a couple of guys had to wash my car yesterday, but all right. Now that we know how to shift the curves, let's do some board work. Some board work. All right. All right. Just not that any of you need it, just a quick review. Consumption, investment, government spending, net exports, and then the wrap. Okay. All right. Couple of quick multiple choice just to warm us up here. An advance and take. Ooh, tricky. Not for Mason. Give you a minute. I like the people who look at their notes. Give you 30 seconds. Oh, got some new markers too if we need.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you throw it out. I love the people who put the ones that don't work back in there.
I did
I know.
every time I find a broken marker on the street, I just come in here and put it on.
I've noticed. I thought you were going to say we're going to make better markers. All right, boards, please. All right, I've got a lot of Ellens. Now, could have this shifted the short run aggregate supply right? Yeah. Now, usually they won't. They're not going to make you pick between the short and the long run because it'd be hard to know that. So they'll just give you one alternative, which was the short run there. Okay. All right. Which of the following would be initial impact on the economy if wages were to increase more than worker productivity? All right. Boards, please. Right. Asher, if just to go through this, if wages go up, Would companies make more or less money? If you're making less money, you're gonna want to supply less, provide your supplies for just less. Okay? All right, now let's put some knowledge into graphing. All right, here we go. All right, price level, real GDP, aggregate demand, short run. All right. So there is what your graph would look at the start. Again, remember, this is full employment, real GDP, potential output. Okay. So if you get yourself started there, I think I'll give you a scenario and we'll build from there. All right, so assume there's an increase in consumer spending. What happens to price level and output in the short run? Yeah. Okay, so walking around, most of you have the shift, the new equilibrium, right? So price levels up, output increases. Now, Jack, at this spot, at point B, am I in the short or long run? Short run, why? Now, you know you're not on the long run curve, but what makes the short run? Anyone? What makes something in the short run? Wages and resource prices are sticky, they don't change. All right. DeWitt, at point B, am I making more or less product than at point A? You're making more. All right. If I'm making more product, am I going to need more or less workers? Probably more. More. Okay. So as I go from QY to the right, this is also the employment line. So it measures our GDP and employment. Why? Because as I go here, I make more product, I need more workers. As I go this way, I make less product, I need less workers. Okay. Expenditures equal what? Income. So if our GDP is going this way, does expenditures increase or decrease? They increase. So that means income increases, right? So this bottom line measures our GDP, employment, and income. Okay. So if I'm going this way, real GDP goes up, income goes up, employment goes up. If I'm going this way, real GDP goes down, employment goes down, and income goes down. Okay. All right. Try another graph. You could always start out, at least now, with that base graph. All right, we did real GDP increases. Okay. All right. All right, another quick multiple choice though. according to the graph above, an increase in aggregate supply will most likely cause income and employment to change in which of the following ways? Fast.
All right.
Huh?
Don't worry, dude.
You got an answer? That's not right. Yeah. All right. Jeff,
And Ellen.
Jeff, if, which curve would shift and in which way? Got it. All right, so supply would shift right, so our new equilibrium is gonna be somewhere around there, right? All right, that being said, Jack, what would happen to income? It would,
Increase.
it's increasing, right, because we're moving this way. And then Asher, what would happen to employment?
Increase.
So you going with Ellen? All right, yes.
Would income and employment always be the same? If it shifts?
Do you mean, are they gonna always be going the same, like?
Increase.
Yes. And I'll take it for real GDP, income, and employment will always move.
Same way.
Yes. All right, let's graph this. Assume, oh, we did this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Japan, a huge trading partner. We get that, is going through a recession. Graph that for the United States. Yeah, I thought that was it. So Japan, a huge trading partner, is going through a recession. Graph that for the United States. Is it a resource? Actually, they're in a recession. They're not saying they're not shipping by a certain thing. But the resources could be specific. You know what I mean? Why is it supply?
If it's a resource.
What resource? But anyway. All right. All right. So you're very confident. What do you got here?
What's the question?
What's going to shift?
Demand, aggregate demand,
Which way?
left,
Okay. Why?
because if hands a trading partner, it's like net exports are gonna be more imports. Less imports.
Yeah, more imports. And they, all right. Now, Ben, compared to A. All right, first, it's being the short or long run. Okay, what makes it the short run? What? Can't hear.
Because it's not inelastic.
No,
Wages and prices are sticky.
wages and prices are sticky. I mean, wages and prices, wages and resources, prices are not changing.
Will it tell us if it's wages and stuff are changing?
If it's in the short run, we know they're not changing.
So how do you tell if it's long?
It's on the long run curve.
Where's the long one?
Long run aggregate supply. This curve.
So would it be just straight?
Yeah. All right, now. From A to B, are we making more or less product? Do we need more or less workers?
Less.
All right, so what's gonna happen to employment? Increase or decrease from A to B?
No.
Huh?
Decrease.
Decrease. All right, good job. All right, next up. All right, if there is a negative supply shock caused by an oil shortage, graph it. Billy, which way is the curve and which curve?
Supply left.
Okay. All right. At Alex, at here. Alex, at point B, short or long run? Okay, Alex, why are we in the short run?
Price of the wages are sticky.
Okay, good. Now, Alex, are we making more or less product than we were making at full employment or at A?
Less.
So we're gonna need more or less workers, less workers. All right. Good job. Any questions on this? Oh, by the way, DeWitt, at point B, which is the green dot, did income in the United States increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Decrease. You guys are good. You're years ahead. All right, government increases spending, but not taxes. All right. Label or your SRAS, ORAS. Make sure everything's labeled. Oh, man. Are you up for it?
Yeah, why not?
Huh? Oh. Yeah, right. Nothing? The start is right there. I'll get you the start. All right.
Demand shift to the right.
Okay, so Ben, stay with me. Ben, A compared to at B. Are we producing more or less? Do we need more or less workers? All right, now DeWitt. We need more workers at B, right?
Yeah.
Their contracts expire, DeWitt. When they negotiate wages. Do you think they're gonna negotiate higher or lower wages? If we need more workers.
They're gonna negotiate higher, like, the business needs the work.
All right. If they negotiate higher wages, what's gonna happen to short run aggregate supply? Because short run aggregate supply is gonna go to the left,
Yes.
and that's how you're gonna get back to the long run. We will do more of that when we come back.
That's your goal.
Yeah, good, yes, Ben, great job.